No, Jake, I'm starting this one.
I was gonna let you.
All right. I am Reverend Spaceman.
He's Reverend Spaceman.
Someone
should interrupt you.
Very true, as of tradition.
How does it feel?
Tradition.
I like it. It makes me feel welcome.
Shut up! Your opinion doesn't matter.
Thank you. So, this is...
I'm Jake, by the way, the host of this channel.
Not...
Jordan's here, too.
Yeah,
Jordan's here. You're terrible at this hosting.
I'm just sitting back and watching.
This is the way that it goes on the Reverend Spaceman channel. I stumble over my words. I kind of
He's human, people.
I lose my train of thought all the time. So this is a new segment or series. It's kind of me and Dave focused because the two of us have never
don't get enough attention on this channel as it is.
Yeah, right.
Whose fault is that?
Well, with all those Team Bastard collaborations and whatever, you fucking sell out. So
someone's got to.
That's true.
You're making money by all means.
I gotta keep the lights on in this place.
Okay.
Keep sandwiches in Rev's mouth.
Yeah. Where's my sandwich, by the way?
I don't have any supplies to make a sandwich.
I saw cheese in the fridge.
That's
but
all
you did
I've
provide
got.
me some alcohol, so
yeah. That's payment enough.
Anyways, me and Dave haven't seen like most movies that people think are really good.
Or really bad.
Yeah.
Iconic movies.
Yeah. For example, I hadn't seen Lord of the Rings until like about this time last year.
Yep. And thanks to the fact that I watched
Interstellar
was one of them to get him to watch The Fellowship, I think.
Yeah. What were the other two?
I think you liked Fellowship so much you just went ahead and watched Two Towers and
I don't think that's what happened.
I mean, your life was greatly improved by watching the...
I will say Fellowship is my favorite one.
Because it's great.
That's fair. I have a hard time between Fellowship and Return of the King.
I wouldn't even say it's not great.
And again, Two Towers is really good, but I
don't feel the need to rewatch them.
It's the weakest. Again, it's great, but I think just of the three.
Yeah.
But eventually, we got to this current one, which mine was Fight Club, which I had never seen.
Come on, it's such a good movie.
Yeah.
Which we'll get into discussing his thoughts on that. And mine, everyone else's. But and the one I had to watch so that he would watch Fight Club is a little cult film called Iron Sky.
Yep.
Which
indie
for those
movie.
Yeah, indie B movie with a surprising budget. I'm not sure exactly what the budget was, but
it was under 100
I was
million.
Impressed with the CGI for such a very low budget kind of sci-fi channel.
Yeah.
Did it ever air on the sci-fi channel?
No, it was strictly like on demand and Netflix stuff. So
I know it was heavily crowdfunded.
Yeah, and the sequel is too.
Yeah, how that movie's getting a sequel already tells me my opinions on it. But anyway, for those of you who don't know, the basic premise is that after World War II, some of the Nazis escaped to the moon.
Seems legit.
And set up a big colony there, and now I guess it's set in, 2015, 16?
Yeah, modern times, more or less.
Remember when it came out?
It's kind of postmodern because it's like maybe within the next 10 years, I'd say.
Yeah, okay, yeah. Modern times, they bided their time, and the Nazis are back to take over Earth or something.
The Fourth Reich?
Basically.
From space. Yes, exactly that.
Essentially.
Sounds like Crystal Skull. It's just, sci-fi and Nazis combined.
A self-aware Crystal Skull.
Let's forget that movie.
Yeah, I guess it was self-aware, but
that was kind of the point.
A good movie.
I disagree.
I know you do.
That's why I recommended it to you, because I thought it was kind of... I guess we're talking about...
You just like to torture me with terrible movies.
I think we're talking about... You liked Interstellar.
I did.
Even with
I forget what the other ones we haven't done yet, but we haven't done it in a while.
I'm a spaceman.
Yeah.
Again, my only problem, I guess, is that I just I don't buy Matthew McConaughey.
Murph!
The premier intelligent mind on Earth.
He's not. He's a pilot. He knows some science stuff, but he's mostly a pilot.
You just have a prejudice against Texans.
He's the only one.
Do you not
George W. Bush. Mic drop.
Yeah, I'd vote for him over anyone running now.
Right.
That's the sad state we're in right now.
So I guess we're talking about Iron Sky first, or Interstellar. What are we doing?
Well, we're
it's
kind of backtracking through the history a little bit.
I know there was something else.
What got us here?
Yeah, I don't really remember what... Yeah, I know there were other things.
Yeah.
I just really don't remember. But anyway, let's focus on this one. Iron Sky. Again, I was really impressed by the budget.
Yeah.
I mean, but what they did with the budget that they had.
It was relatively low. I think it was under $50 million.
What's the runtime on this film?
It's maybe 2 hours.
I think it's under 2, but I think it's closer to 2 hours.
There is a director's cut that's like maybe 2:30.
Why, God?
Or it might just be 2:15. I don't know, but
It's possible. Here's the thing that like generally upsets me about movies is when I see potential for something good.
Which is very rare.
Yeah.
You're such a pessimist.
I am. But it is kind of a dumb concept when you just say Nazis on the moon. But you hear all these conspiracy theories about what the Nazis did after the war and how their technology was so much more advanced than anything the Allies had, or how Hitler was really into the occult.
Yeah.
And kind of studying all these other avenues
But
for immortality or whatever and all this stuff. I think it could be potentially a cool what-if story. Like, what if they did have the technology to get off the planet and they set up a base on the moon and they, were coming to take over the Earth? If you get past
That's why we landed on the moon, to kick the Nazis' ass in space.
Again, not a foolproof premise by any means. But I think it could have potential to be a kind of cool sci-fi sort of what-if story. And I thought they just kind of wasted the potential of that to just make a dumb sci-fi channel-esque movie.
I mean, it was meant to be dumb. It's a self-aware parody of...
I am aware of that self-awareness.
Let me, I guess, play
However,
devil's advocate here. I've not seen the movie,
Right.
but and again, like I see
Neither
where,
have
I see where you're getting at, Dave.
Don't
Like
bother.
that is a cool premise of like a what if story, like and. But I
it's
guess
kind of like a Man in the High Castle sort of
Yeah.
thing.
But again, playing devil's advocate here, if this was like, if let's say they did take a more serious approach of like a what if story, there would be some people who would accept it, but other people would be like, really? The premise sounds like a sci-fi movie. So I think it was actually better to go with the whole sci-fi
it's
It's said
self-aware
about a
route.
lot of movies.
It's a ridiculous premise.
Yeah, if you're gonna have a
and
ridiculous
they-
movie like that,
Just
it's
embrace
automatically
it.
got to be cheesy.
Yeah.
Nazis on the
Doesn't
moon.
have to.
And I'm a sucker for bad movies, as
Yeah.
most people are.
Yeah.
You all are well
And
aware.
I mean, this
Maybe
one
people
is,
listening
it's
to this.
like, I wouldn't, it's not like one of my top 10 movies of all time, but it's just kind of like, this is a neat movie
Yeah.
that I'm going to make Dave watch.
For that genre.
Yeah.
of type,
It is, yeah, I mean, I like the movie a lot. I'd even say I love it, but, you can't take it seriously, and it doesn't take itself seriously. It's kind of a self-aware parody of, like, the people who have these conspiracy theories. Like, we all know conspiracy theories are fun to just kind of delve into
Some of them are true.
occasionally, but
That's another podcast in itself.
that could be our After Dark.
Yeah. Oh,
But
boy.
like in the end, like most of the time, it's like as cool as it would be to figure out this is true, it's probably not. And that's kind of the point of the Iron Sky movies, plural, because the other one is going to delve into the whole reptilian thing.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Well, again, I mean,
there's going to be Hitler. Hitler's going to be riding a T-Rex.
I'm sold.
who cares?
That's all you had to say.
Well, of course, it's not true, but
I don't know.
I mean,
it's pretty
whether
possible
it's
Hitler
seri-
could ride a T-Rex.
whether it's serious or
He actually makes
Funny.
it like do the salute.
that's even
Was
better
there
with like little
concept art
T-Rex
or
arms
something?
doing the
There's
salute.
a trailer.
Oh
Yeah.
no! Well, unless you make me watch it,
You're gonna make it work.
Well, what it sounds like is you went in with the mindset of wanting to watch like a good movie, and you went into the mindset.
That was your mistake.
You went into the right
I would rather
cheesy
watch something
frame
good.
Pretty much.
frame of mind.
I was like, okay, this is a movie that knows it's dumb, but has a lot of heart in it. And it does. If you watch it, like you can tell the people involved in this really.
wasted their time.
What was your initial
God damn it,
thoughts?
Dave.
Initial thoughts before watching, like what did you think it was going to be about? Did you think you would like it? The
I didn't
genre,
think
it
for
was,
a second it was going to be a serious movie.
Okay.
I just saw the potential for a serious movie
So,
within the concept, I guess.
kind of your
But
beginning.
before going in, I
thoughts.
mean, I guess I kind of knew it was one of those types of movies. I hadn't really heard of it until you brought it
Yeah.
up, so I didn't have too much thought going into it. But I guess, yes, I would rather go into something. I
Should
would
have
rather
no thought.
I would rather, yeah. I mean, I am guilty of that, but in many instances. But
So what I'm hearing is you just weren't in the right mindset.
That's just what it
Maybe
sounds like
not.
to me,
Yeah.
as not
Like maybe if you'd been in a different mood,
ever
or,
seeing this film, but
you know, heard
listening to you.
heard a review that kind of said, this is what you should expect without, not a spoiler review, but like a
Maybe just that it's some alcohol.
yeah. I wouldn't.
I wouldn't. Yeah, I mean, it's possible.
I mean, alcohol in movies like that are typically a great combination.
Yeah.
I think guys should just drink more in general.
Like I watched both the Lavalantula movies on Sci-Fi,
Nice.
I haven't seen either one.
and I had like 4 of the.
Aren't they amazing?
They are. Like they were really.
6-pack per movie.
Yeah, exactly.
I kind of like them better than Sharknado. Just me
Shut your
personally.
poor mouth.
I could see that.
They've got a little bit more like they hit my sweet spot a little bit more
Yeah.
because
Was
they
Conan one of those?
No,
That
he
was,
was in Sharktopus versus Terracuda. Yeah.
'Cause
Well,
I saw the scene.
we just-
I think I might have actually seen
They
it.
play like beach volleyball with his
Yeah.
head, and then it like zooms in on this mannequin head with a Conan wig at the
Yeah.
end. But yeah, Lavalantula to me just hits that like '90s terrible disaster movie
Yeah.
sweet spot because I grew up watching those
Oh, yeah.
like Volcano, Dante's Peak, and Twister, and all those.
Yeah.
And
Yes.
it's one of those movies through and through, just with giant spiders.
Yeah.
And Jingle All the Way at the end.
Down that cookie.
I mean, it literally has the ending from Jingle All the Way.
Yeah. Like they were great.
Yeah.
And again, I was a little intoxicated at that point. I had like 4. Yeah, I had like 4.
You're a heavy drinker anyway.
I mean, clearly,
Yeah.
that's
Irish.
You
a
just come home after a long day of podcasting, producing,
Yeah.
whatever else it is
From the
you do on
studio.
show.
Yeah.
Yeah, and because we don't record at anyone's home, of course.
No.
We have a studio, obviously.
Pasty
Yeah.
Studios. Look it up.
This is a new studio.
Yeah. Yeah. We've used it for a little teeny while now, but it's relatively
So
new.
yeah, it's a new
Yeah.
home base.
Yeah. We all live here.
So let's talk about a good movie now.
Wait.
What? Oh, yeah.
Ratings,
Love Lanchas are
ratings
good
for
movies?
that movie.
Give us your Dave
Do my
rating.
typical rating.
You can do that one, and then you can do like a more sane one.
Or not.
If you don't call the usual ones I do sane.
Well, for
Oh,
some,
there's
for some of the listeners out there, I totally get them.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I understand.
I
that.
respect them. I
For-
love
An
for
them.
the
intelligent
un-
audience would.
If someone's listening for the first time, thank you.
For
but
the
just for them.
for the uninitiated.
Yes.
Okay, so if a good movie is this red plastic cup I have in front of me,
Yeah.
and
with your rum and coke.
yeah, with my rum and coke. Thanks for revealing my beverage of choice tonight.
It's classy.
It's
I'm
manly.
letting people know you're a classy guy.
You're a manly
Yeah.
guy.
Yeah.
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 We need some beer cheese to go with it.
Yeah, and if like an okay movie was beer cheese,
I meant to say blue cheese, but beer cheese also.
whatever, and like
I'm kind of out of it.
the guy from the Dell commercials in the '90s
Dude.
was Thor: The Dark World. I would give this a Gary Busey.
Like,
Very-
that sounds
Just
more,
Gary Busey in general, or like from a specific movie or time frame?
General.
Thank you, Dave.
You know, that's more. That's more positive than I was expecting, actually.
So on a
You
grading
got
on a
positive
grading
or negative?
scale, what would that be?
On like a typical lame scale that someone
Yes.
would have.
Yes.
Just
Just for the first time listeners.
Yeah.
You won't ever have to do it again.
Never
Okay.
again.
Just they can see where you're coming
one
from.
time only.
You know?
Yeah.
In all fairness, considering that, yeah, maybe I didn't go into it with the right mindset, or if I was in a different mood or something watching it, given its production value,
10 seconds on the clock.
Just like 1 out of 10 or 1 out of 5.
out of 10, okay.
A to F, 1 to 10. What doesn't
Yeah.
Eight
matter.
out of 10.
Grading scale A, B, C, D, X.
Popcorn, you can steal that one.
X out of 10.
It's not
Now
a,
technically,
What's the equation? What's the rest of the equation?
All
so
right.
you loved it.
Screwed myself on that. I'm gonna give it.
All my love.
Nah, none of my love, but like
Not even a little.
no, like 4.5 out of 10.
It's not.
That's better than I expected
Yeah.
from how much you just hated it.
It's
Again, I
almost
said
kinda good.
in all fairness,
Yeah.
to my mood or like not drinking or whatever. And again, I was impressed by
You
like
struggle
the
with
CGI.
this rating a lot more than the Gary Busey one.
And I mean, you know, I was impressed by its CGI given its budget and everything. Like it was better than like the Flash show that's on right now. So, like,
Oh, yeah.
sure. Well, probably doesn't even have half that budget for an episode.
For a second, I thought you actually meant like the movie is better than the show. I was like, well, what?
No, I
we're
hope
talking.
you wouldn't agree. really in that. But
Even
if
okay.
you've seen the new Flash trailer and heard about the musical episodes upcoming, I think
I can't wait for that.
I think they're about to jump the shark. But
No, I can't wait for that because that's like.
Well, Supergirl's on there now, so
Yeah.
that's a good indicator.
it's just going.
I think since Supergirl's actually on the CW, it'll be all right. But
Might get better.
We can talk about that on the
Yeah.
other thing.
The next episode.
Whatever else we do.
Yeah. All right. So.
Okay, first impressions, Fight Club.
Yes.
Let's see.
You knew of the movie.
Yes.
What did you know about the movie before seeing it?
I knew that you're not supposed to talk about it.
You broke the rule!
You're
And
not.
here we are breaking
yeah.
rules.
Until after you've seen it.
Edward Norton's gonna come in here and kick all of our asses.
If Edward Norton knew where we were right now.
That's his Sausage Party character.
Maybe he does. Maybe I've got connections with Edward
maybe.
Norton.
Edward Norton.
Yeah.
Did
Before-
my movie?
Before seeing it, I knew that it was considered a classic. I knew that it was like one of the best movies of all time amongst the pasties.
And
A
one
great
of
director.
the few movies Helena Bonham Carter's in that is not involving Tim Burton.
Yeah. Other one being Terminator Salvation. So, she's got a great track record.
I don't remember her in that movie.
Do not remember her in that either.
I've only seen like Terminator Salvation like once though.
Yeah.
In the theater.
You don't,
Yeah, in the theater.
you don't need to see it again. If anything, I had high expectations for it, but I also had a little bit of like, this can't be as good as everyone says it is, reasonably when people hype things up, like Game of Thrones.
You haven't seen it yet. Try watching it, dickhead.
In 2 years when you review it.
Yeah.
Season 1.
Yeah, look for that in 2 years.
Yep. Trump's president.
Yeah. We're at war with the moon Nazis.
We're at war with literally every other country.
Yeah.
Huge podcast.
We're doing this from the bunker.
Yeah.
But, yeah, even with that kind of like unrealistic, I guess, type expectations, it pretty much met all of them.
I'm so happy to hear you say that.
Yeah. I liked it a lot.
Because I kind of thought you were just going to be like, I'm going in with the mindset of like, I'm going to hate this because they like it.
No. I have that
I'm
mindset.
glad you gave it more of a chance.
Yeah, I mean, I stayed away from like hyping myself up too much about it, and yeah, it met all my expectations. It's a great movie.
Yeah.
I
Don't have as much to say, but yeah.
You can talk about the philosophical shit with it.
Well, just talk about when did you find out kind of the twist.
Yeah, like
Spoilers.
Yeah, spoilers.
There's
There's
like a 20-year-old movie.
Yeah, Well-
Literally almost 20 years old.
it'll be in 2-3 years, but yeah, as I was watching it, it seemed fairly straightforward to me. Like, oh, he's just a guy that's depressed and kind of fed up with life. The mundanities of life. That's a word.
Average Joe.
We've all been through that.
Yeah, meets this guy he thinks is just a single serving friend,
Yeah.
and the guy kind of comes into his life, really fucks it up in a way, but seems like at the same time it's freeing him. And it's they start Fight Club, and eventually Fight Club turns into, here's your homework for the night, go out and fuck something up somewhere.
Well, and
Or for the week.
I
guess.
liked this movie so much when I first saw it that I went and read the book. And
Loser.
there's a lot more about that and just the whole service industry terrorism that they touch on in the movie.
Yeah.
But obviously they have more space
Yeah.
to go into it in the book. The book's
Might-
not even that long.
I
Really.
might actually check out the audiobook at some point.
I would. It's really good.
But yeah, there's a scene where Edward Norton, the narrator, and
Because, spoiler alert, he's not
named.
really named.
Yeah,
Ever.
no, he's not.
No, he's Cornelius sometimes.
Yeah.
Because the whole thing in the beginning, he's an insomniac, and for some reason, when he goes to these like support groups for
he's just
being
going.
men together, and like
Yeah,
other like horrible disease groups.
hugs a man with tits.
Yeah,
A lot.
who played by Meatloaf.
Yeah,
Who would do anything for love?
Yeah,
Who was
but
also-
not that.
was also with Edward Norton in Sausage Party.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I
I
don't
was.
know that Meatloaf was actually in that movie.
Whatever.
They just
No, it was
used his
Meatloaf.
It was
likeness.
Meatloaf.
It was
Meatloaf.
it was Meatloaf.
Did he sing it again?
It was
Meatloaf is meatloaf.
it was a loaf of meat, therefore
You've,
it's meatloaf.
you've seen it now, right?
Yes.
Okay,
I've seen it twice.
that's right. You want one of those?
Us.
I keep forgetting that who wants to see what when, but
Maybe I'm just a figment of your imagination.
maybe. Which all right. At one point in the movie, I'd kind of gotten slight hints at this before, but the scene where Edward Norton and Brad Pitt are just walking down the street, and Brad Pitt is just swinging a baseball bat at cars, and they're just talking to each other, and I'm just kind of thinking, like, no one else is here really watching this. This could really just be one person doing this, and that's kind of when I started to get suspicious of the twist. I didn't necessarily...
Well, did you catch before, which I don't think I caught this
It's
until
hard.
later viewings, but before Brad Pitt even shows up, I forget where exactly it is when I first
couple
pops
minutes.
up, but he flickers on the screen
Yeah.
for
Yeah.
just a split second.
Yeah.
I saw the flicker. It kind of...
Much
You
like
don't
the
really know what it is at
penises.
first.
Yeah, I kind of made that connection. Like, I saw that, and then I saw, like, the scene where he's like, everyone just... they won't know they see it, but they see it. A nice big cock. And I was- yeah.
Because Tyler worked. Well, goes into the whole
Yeah.
service industry terrorism thing. He works as a projectionist.
And
Back
yeah.
when you actually had to like stitch the reels together and whatever,
Yeah.
it wasn't all digital.
And when I saw that flicker, I was like, well, that's weird. That probably means something. And then when
Yeah.
that happened, I was like, oh, there's probably some connection to that. But I didn't necessarily put the connection that they're the same person.
That's what's cool about those type movies. You can go
Yeah.
back and rewatch and catch up.
Mhm.
You
Yeah.
catch so many things, which you don't get tired of
Yeah.
seeing it. You're learning
Just
something
all the
new.
attention to detail.
Yeah.
Like Game of Thrones. Just throwing it out there.
I'll probably only watch it once.
2018 review coming.
You might love it. You don't know.
I might. But actually something I actually have seen, Fight Club. It's
Fantastic.
I like what it kind of has to say about like the state of masculinity in modern society, or previously modern society, but it's still true, if not more so today.
Yeah.
That, I mean,
Oh yeah, I think it's still just as relevant with its political message and all that.
it's kind of like it's bad that masculinity is so kind of shunned today, but at the same time, there's a reason it's shunned, because we see it go off the rails with Project Mayhem.
On that crazy train.
Yeah. But like, if it's kind of like if it's something that's let loose and kept in check, it's fine. But it's not. It's just shunned and repressed. Those were my impressions from it, at least.
Again, I'm very glad you liked it. What
Yep.
would you rate it on, say, like a normal lame rating scale of like
I don't.
1 out of 10
Well,
or 1 to 10?
I would say 9.5 out of 10.
Sweet.
It's
pretty good.
only losing the 0.5 because like, and this is just a modern bias, but like some of the CGI didn't age well. But that's really a minor thing, and it took me out of it a few times. But that's
That's a great
fair.
great review. So
Yeah.
it would have been a 10 out of 10 if you walked out of the theater in 99.
Probably, yeah. Or if I had seen like the Blu-ray restoration.
Jordan and I
for
got
sure.
lucky enough to somewhat local theater was
Revisit.
showing Fight Club in theaters. Again, we got to see it in theaters recently, which was awesome.
Seeing anything like a classic film on the big screen makes you love it
Yeah.
more, appreciate it.
Like when I saw Mothra recently.
Yeah, just even if it's a film you've seen 10 times, just seeing it on the
yeah,
big screen, you
see
kind of go back in time a little bit. You kind of picture,
Oh, yeah.
you think about what was going on in the world.
Yeah.
And it's just kind of cool to revisit. And I'm glad theaters are doing that more.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm seeing a lot more
Like,
of it now.
yeah, I'd like to go do that a lot more.
Yeah.
Okay, so now to wrap up this podcast, we're actually going to announce
Yep.
what Richard and I are going to tell you next.
I'll let you go first.
Okay, I have decided, narrowed it down to a couple things. I don't know if you're going to be able to hear me when you guys are
Yeah.
here.
That's where we
I'm
stop.
sitting kind of farther away.
We're gonna do it until you say it.
I'm just still slightly disturbed by the fact that you've never seen a Bond movie. I'm gonna
Yeah.
pick one of my favorites, the classic Sean Connery starring Goldfinger,
Okay.
Yeah.
1963, I want to say, but it's a fun time. And again, the Bond movies are kind of campy and
Yeah.
kind of silly, so which is a thing I love about the franchise, even though I know, as you've mentioned before, maybe on the podcast, maybe not. What you really loved about the whole Daniel Craig run was kind of grounded in more reality, and
Yeah.
it wasn't as silly, which I get that, but it's kind of what I like about the
Well,
Bond movies.
like,
is
I guess,
they are kind of campy and fun. And
One of the reasons why I like
kinda sounds
the
like I
Craig
think
one
about
so much is, don't get me wrong, I love the gadgets and cool stuff like that.
yeah,
in
there's
the
all
old
kinds of silly gadgets,
Yeah.
lots of sexual innuendo.
But like, I'd say in particular with the Pierce Brosnan ones, which I love Pierce Brosnan as Bond.
I like him as
I think he's
Bond.
one of the
He's got
best
the perfect
Bonds.
look.
Yeah, he is perfect.
I do really like GoldenEye. Sean Bean.
Yeah,
I'm sure he dies.
Video games are fun.
yeah. But I mean,
Yeah,
like
one of my favorite. In
Pierce Brosnan, I thought was
Probably
perfect
the
as
best
Bond.
film adaptation game.
But
I
he's-
have played the game.
Aside from GoldenEye, his movies were not very good.
Yeah.
They were too over the top.
For
of, like,
90s, they're fine, but I guess in the whole
They-
Bond
they don't hold up
family,
near. They don't hold up
no,
even
they
as well
are
as like the old Sean Connery
very
movies.
particularly that time.
Yeah. And so
Again, to me, Sean Connery is the best.
Oh, yeah.
yeah. But like I still think that like the Sean Connery ones, they still hold up fairly well to this day. Like yeah, there's some moments that are a little campier than others, but I
mean,
think
they're definitely products of their time.
yeah, they're products of their time. But I still think overall they're still.
Even as someone who's never
Right.
seen them, I kind of argue that every Bond movie is a product of its time.
But at the same time, that's
I
the
guess
beauty
every
of them
film
is you
is
can
really.
see, you can see each era of Bond, like Bond from the '60s, '70s, '80s, '90s, and the Daniel Craig ones. And I would say
he
that like
actually has mine physically with him.
yeah, and so it's almost as though every Bond, I guess, actor, because they almost do represent like that decade, more or
Alright.
less.
So
or,
I'm gonna-
like that time frame.
I've got Dave's. All right.
Any guess?
Ta-da.
Yeah,
guess?
do you have any idea what it could be?
Even genre, maybe. If you
Genre?
can't- even if you can't think of it.
For some reason, I kind of have a feeling it's going to be like Saving Christmas or something like that, like a religious film. Or something.
Sort of on the right track.
You're kind of on the right track there, actually. But
Give it to me.
all right, close your eyes. Drum roll.
His eyes aren't closed, by the way.
Hold your hand out.
Oh, okay. Monty Python's Life of Brian. It's
Yeah.
been on my movie list for a while, so
All right.
yeah.
So you haven't
Looking
seen
forward to it. No, I haven't.
All right.
I haven't seen that. I've seen Holy Grail.
Yeah.
Yeah, everyone's seen Holy Grail.
Yeah.
I actually saw this before I saw Holy Grail, though.
What is this, 1979, I believe?
Did I or?
It's another one of those movies that gets shown in the theater every couple years.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is definitely a classic that I still need to see, so I'm looking forward to it.
Awesome.
Any feelings going into Goldfinger? Your first Bond film ever?
Well, I saw like the tail end of a Daniel Craig one on Syfy, but I've never sat and
what?
watched.
From
Whatever.
start to finish.
Yeah, I've never really sat and watched one.
It's like right under 2 hours, but
That's all right. I'm looking forward to popping my Bond cherry.
Who better than Sean
who better than
Connery?
Sean?
Such a manly man.
Yeah.
You'll appreciate that joke even more after watching it.
I'm sure.
Bruv.
All right. Is
I guess that wraps that up. We'll get
Yeah.
back to you next time when we've completed another one of these.
maybe next month, maybe next week,
Maybe next year.
maybe tomorrow.
Also,
yeah, maybe next
Should
year.
I suggest a movie for people to watch? Has no first. It's not a challenge. Just
Challenge to the listeners.
yeah, challenge to the listeners.
Challenge the listeners.
Yeah.
So I watched this film several months back on Netflix, more along the lines of Iron Sky. It's called Zombievers. It's
Oh,
about
I've
like
seen that.
I've seen it on there. I haven't seen it, but
you need to watch it.
I enjoyed it actually.
Yeah, it's like the production value is actually pretty good for what it is, and like it's
Really dumb.
it is. It's zombie beavers. But like I think the way they executed it was perfect because it's not. Obviously, it's ridiculous and like they're self-aware, but they're not too self-aware. It's like that perfect combination of like they know what it is, but like
they
it
know what
works.
they're
Yeah.
doing, yeah.
But like it's not too over the top. Like the acting. The acting's actually not bad for
Yeah.
a low-budget movie. And like there are some like moments where like I like the use of practical, even though there were like a moment where like one of the zombie beavers is like crawling across the floor, and it's obviously like a little remote control beaver rolling across the floor. It's great, but yeah, go watch that movie, everybody.
I
It's
think you would enjoy that.
all right.
yeah.
Zombievers, Life of Brian, Goldfinger. Do you have a recommendation, Jordan?
For the audience.
Yeah,
goes.
You had some recommendations for me recently that
Yeah.
I enjoyed.
You said recommendations.
What did you watch?
Clearly, the rum and coke's gotten to you, sir.
It wasn't Roman Pepsi.
You watched
God.
Seven,
Needed to
which
drink-
is
I
another
watched Seven,
Fincher.
Brad Pitt, Morgan Freeman.
Yeah, I would challenge Seven because if you like Fight Club,
Really
and
good.
David Fincher stuff, that's a great film. So
right.
Seven,
And what was the other one?
Memento.
Memento.
I still need to watch
one of
that.
Christopher
Yeah, it
Nolan's
serves me.
earlier movies.
Yeah.
I liked it, not as much as I thought I would.
No, it's for
as
that.
hyped up as it was. It's good, but
Like
I
I
think
told you,
the-
it's not my favorite, but
the kind of
it's for that type of backwards. You know, you're
Yeah,
kind of
sort
going. It's kind
I
of.
don't want to call it shit because I think it kind of cheapens it.
Is it exactly like
It's
that
kind of
episode of
its thing.
Seinfeld?
Sorta.
Kind of. It's good. I like Guy Pearce a lot. He's really good in it.
Very underrated actor.
I think it kind of makes the movie feel a little bit longer.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, it is cool. It's a cool idea and everything. I like the movie. Just
7
I was
wasn't
maybe hyped
better.
up a little. Yeah. Oh yeah. And I think it was just maybe hyped up a little bit more. but
Stay along the
still a good
line,
movie.
lines of Fight Club with this podcast. I'll
Yes, I do.
make 7 my
I did
pick.
really like it.
All right. Seems like a solid round table.
Let us know if
recommended.
you've watched any of these.
Yeah. Or if you have some recommendations, post them in the comments and someone might read them. I don't know.
Well, I assume this is going on your channel?
Yeah.
Okay.
I guess I'll read them. I might. If you recommend a movie I don't like, I'll tell you you're stupid. But look
That's
forward
your
to that.
opinion in America.
Yeah, it's your opinion, even if it's a stupid opinion.
Yeah.
So
that's his opinion. Your opinion is stupid. It's
that's
America.
Reverend Spaceman making space great again.
2016.
Freedom!